Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. All right, no one bother me for the rest of the week. My kiddo, yes, that one from the New York studios, is coming in for a visit, and it's been a hot minute since I've seen her, so we're going to do lots of fun things, so don't bother me. We will still have the daily news brief, but I may be a bit slow on the responses. All right, let's get into today's news, shall we? Today we're going to lead off with something from the So What Else Is New file. The teachers hate the Board of Education, and the Board of Education hates the teachers. All right, well, hate may be too rough of a word, but they are duking it out. There is a nationwide shortage of teachers, and as a result, the school board is hiring qualified contractors, think temp agency, to do special education. I also suspect it has a lot to do with the undisclosed settlement they made with Bowen Levy's death due to the substandard supervision in the special ed, but I digress. The teachers say that if the board paid them more money, gave them more time off, and more planning time, there would not be a shortage of teachers. What really stings for the teachers is seeing a contractor being paid more than a teacher. But the board does counter that the teachers do receive vacation, sick leave, retirement, health benefits, and more, and the contractors get none of that. Not sure what can be done in the next week and a half. The doors are going to open. As for the union, they are asking for the contracted workers to be hired and then to join the union. What a welcome to Dr. Bedell. Yesterday, we told you about the plot twist on the Greenbury Point saga, where because of Pittman's submitted proposal, both were dead. Well, plot twist on the plot twist. Yesterday morning, Rick Hutzel, who produces the Meanwhile in Annapolis newsletter, which you should subscribe to, sat down with athletic director Chet Gladchuck, who is planning to move ahead with plans to submit the full proposal to the Navy to build a golf course and improve the property. He was aware of the statement by the Navy, but said that the process has only just begun and that he plans to submit a full proposal very soon. Seemed very confident that it would go through. After that, he said he would invite public comment and discussion as typical. My guess, he may be thinking to create the course purely within the realm of the mission of the Naval Academy, which is to develop leaders morally, mentally, and physically. This is something the county can't do, and I bet the new course and trails may be pitched to the Navy to be used exclusively for the golf and cross-country teams. That hits the physical end of that. That takes the mids off of the existing course, which could then be expanded membership-wise. Just a hunch. And I did also hear yesterday that there may be yet another plot twist concerning the ownership of the property. Stay tuned. This is getting good. Speaking of the Navy, the moral of this story is that if you sell nuclear secrets to a foreign country and accept a plea bargain to serve 12 to 17 years in prison, it ain't enough. Jonathan Tebby and his wife Diana have been charged with selling secrets to a foreign nation. Diana was a teacher at the Key School, and Jonathan worked on engineering in nuclear submarines. While Jonathan is accused of actually selling the secrets to an undercover FBI agent, his wife is accused of being the lookout. None of the information given was considered top secret or even secret, but it did fall into a confidential category. Now, the federal judge that's overseeing this in Martinsburg, West Virginia, said the plea agreement was, quote, strikingly deficient, and said that the couple only accepted the plea bargain for selfish and greedy reasons, but could have caused great harm. So she rejected the plea bargain outright. The Trebbys then did withdraw their guilty plea, and a trial has been set for January of 2023. Okay, and that is a wrap on the news. Pod News. Up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, it is the U Spirit Foundation and all of the great things that they are doing to keep the legacy of Jeff Ewenson alive. Next weekend, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Scale Up Consulting Group, so you want to make sure you check out those two when they come around. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you and to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company, and Alpha Engineering. And if you are enjoying this daily news brief, I'd appreciate it if you would tell a friend or two and tell them to give us a listen. So now you just need to hang tight because George Young from DC MDVA Weather is standing by with your locally forecast weather report. And of course, we have Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, here with your music news in Annapolis After Dark. All that coming up in just a bit, so hang tight.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be, so you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, August 17th. Yesterday brought very nice conditions to the Annapolis region, and things should stay very comfortable into at least the early part of next week. Look for mostly sunny skies today with highs in the low to mid-80s, with a very small but valid chance for some scattered PM showers or storms. With more of the same tomorrow with slightly warmer highs in the mid to upper 80s to be followed by sunshine in mid to upper 80s on Friday, ahead of a nice weekend with low to mid-80s Saturday and mid to upper 80s Sunday, with a small chance for some additional rain showers each day. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google app stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, August 17th through Sunday, August 21st. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the event and all websites with changes and cancellations so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for today, Wednesday. Larry Lay will be on the keys up at Brian Brew in Severna Park. Steve Boucher will be at Annapolis Yacht Club. Troll Tribe Trio will be at Dark Horse. Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be at Mothers in Arnold. And Ryan Kozel will be at Middleton Tavern. Thursday, Get to the Point for Dan Haas. Dana B. will be at O'Lawlins in Arnold. Sean Owen will be at Julep. Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be on the back patio at Ram's Head Tavern. Ben Heemstraw is bringing his trio to Dark Horse Thursday night. DJ FO4 will be spinning the tunes at Graduate Hotel in the Trophy Room. And Thursday Tides and Tunes is the Grilled Lincolns at Annapolis Maritime Museum. Food trucks this week is Old Line Eats and Two Guys and a Grill. And if you're looking for something to do over the weekend, catch a show at Annapolis Summer Garden Theater. Catch the Drowsy Chaperone playing Thursday through Sunday. Tickets are still available. Weekend music. Start with Happy Hour at Blackwall Hitch with Dana B. and stay for Timmy Metz Band later that night. There will be a back-to-school event at Gary's Grow in Severna Park with music by Josette Jozik and Mark Nooney. The Music Room with Scott Himes and Scott Voorhees will be at Senior Chili Cantina in Arnold. Richard Hayward will be at Killarney House in Davidsonville. Daphne Ekman will be at Great Frogs Winery. The Dan Healy Band will be at 49 West. This will be a good one. Another good one is right next door. Moran Tripp Band will be at Stan and Joe's Friday night. Also Friday night, 2 floors of music at Middleton Tavern. Upstairs, Donald Wolcott on the piano. And downstairs will be shift work. And end the night at Metropolitan with DJ J. Crawdad spinning the tunes up on the rooftop. Saturday, if you missed Noel and Jeff last weekend, catch them at the original Cancun Cantina in Hanover. The National Bohemians are back at Brian Baru. PJ and Neil will be at Santa Joe's Riverside. Desert Shade will be at Santa Joe's on West Street with Nate Finn on the drums. Chris Button will be at River Bay Roadhouse in the Cape. Sunday Fun Day. Brendan Lane of Brendan Lane and the Sugar Packets will be at Santa Joe's Riverside in Galesville. Carly Winter will be back at her Sunday residency at Annapolis Market House. Lauren and Rusty will be at Senior Chili Cantina in Arnold. By now you have all seen the new mural on the wall in the Santa Joe's lot. This mural was created by Jeff Huntington and his crew and is of our Maryland songbird, Eva Cassidy. Santa Joe's was the perfect spot so that she could look over our music scene forever. We lost Eva entirely too soon. She was and still is a legend in our scene and all over the world. So this Sunday, the official dedication will take place in the Songbird lot at Santa Joe's. Mayor Gavin Buckley will be giving a speech, and there will be music all day by all the musicians you hear me mention on this podcast. It is going to be a beautiful afternoon of music for Eva. After that, the music will not end at Santa Joe's. Later that night, inside, the West Street Revival Band returns to Santa Joe's on West Street, and the band consists of PJ, Neil, Brian, and more. And this week, they will be playing tunes by Rod Stewart. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. Add the web pages to your home screen on your cell phone to make it an app. 2 clicks to the music, anytime. And I'll see you out there.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt.
One of the biggest questions I'm getting asked right now, what is going on with the housing market? Well, when the interest rates jumped up 2 percentage points, mortgage payments went up 20% for the same home. This is starting to have an effect on the number of buyers we are seeing, with 10% fewer home sales than last spring. However, our inventory is 25% lower than the same time last year. What does all this mean? There are more home buyers than homes on the market, so prices are still increasing. Now more than ever, it's time to work with someone who can guide you with solid, proven advice. Wisdom, proactiveness, and intense marketing make a huge difference. Please give us a call today and let us help you navigate these waters. We promise to educate and guide you with your best interest at heart.
That's another moving moment with Kristi Neidhardt of Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster company. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.